Hi, hello, welcome to Arna Education. Today we are going with this video on C.V.RAMAN. You know very well about his greatness, and he is a Nobel laureate, and he was an exemplary scientist who made India feel proud to get a Nobel Prize in Raman effect. Here, why we must learn about these great persons to get a confidence on work what we have, and we can learn, we get an inspiration on of looking at those persons. And here we have many more things to learn about if you go with other familiar persons. Here, just see, I will tell you one thing about his in his life what happened. While he was showing a visitor some of his instruments in his laboratory. Of course, his laboratory is in ISCS, which we call it as Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. It is a cultivation of science in sense. It is a scientific research center, and it is situated in Calcutta, which is a busy bazaar street, and it was an old building too. Here, once, I think it was the date of 1927, there was a much excitement on the day. K.S. Krishnan, who is also a co-discoverer of Raman effect, he announced that Professor Compton has won the Nobel Prize. On hearing the news, Raman was equally delighted. Here we can go with, here K.S. Krishnan felt very happy, and the visitor who listened the news of the Professor Compton also felt happy. So it was told that he was equally delighted, and he too felt very happy about it. And then on hearing the news, he was lost in thought, and was thinking about his discovery. And he was doing his discovery for 5 years, and he has no sophisticated equipments in his laboratory, and he had only limited facilities, and he has still a confidence on his work to complete his discovery with the modifications what he can do in his laboratory. Then we can imagine his success. The world held the discovery. For our scientific research, he has become, the day was a red letter day. On the discovery of a new radiation, on March 16, 1928, I think so, it was announced about his discovery. Here, on 1930, he got a Nobel Prize. So what we have learnt about this, with the limited facilities, that is more important. The things what he had around with the limited facilities, he discovered Raman effect. And with only just a worth of 200 rupees, he achieved his success. And moreover, he did not lose the confidence. That was the most important of what we have to learn about this great person. And what we have to learn about it. That is more important. Now, let us learn something more about this great person. On November 7, 1888, he was born at Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu, and he was a brilliant student right from the start. His father wanted to send him for abroad for higher studies. On the medical grounds, he could not able to do though. So he completed his complete education in India. He completed MA course in Presidency College in Madras, what we call it as Chennai now. But he did not lose his impression on science. He wrote many scientific journals, papers. At the age of 19, he became a member of the Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. He was elected to the Royal Society of London in 1924. So we'll go with what is Royal Society of London or Royal Society, which is in London. Here, it is a fellowship of the Royal Society. It is a self-governing fellowship made up of the most eminent scientists, engineers and technologists from the UK and the Commonwealth. And they are elected for life through a peer review process on the basis of a excellence in science. So that is the meaning of FRS. And he was elected. It was a great high honor for any of the great scientists. The British government made him an knight in the British Empire in the 1929. We can know that it was a great high honor. Impact. Let's go with some other more about him on how he gave a respect to his parents. He is passionate in his science, but he did not move up to that in his education. But still, he did not lose his confidence on his work and he wanted to fulfill his dream. But still, he has to respect the parents. He took up a job as their wish. He took up a job in an administrative job in finance ministry in Calcutta. And he balanced the both of doing his job as well as to achieve his to achieve his goal. We will learn on his discovery. Here, when a beam of light falls on an atom, it causes the electron in the atom to vibrate. Here, the vibrating electrons in turn re-emit light in all directions. This is called the scattering. When light from the sun passes throughout the atmosphere, it gets scattered by the large number of particles in the atmosphere. And in his youth, he was mainly interested in science that is called the acoustics. He learned even the stringed instruments of guitar and sitar, with how could they produce a harmonious music. And he also advised to all the young scientists to look at the world around, not to confine themselves in the laboratories. And independent thinking is more important on any discovery or any work what we do. That is more important, what we have to learn from C.V.RAMAN. The great light had passed away on 1970, November 21st. But his memories are still with us. On February 28, on which he discovered the Raman effect, is still we are celebrating as a National Science Day. Thank you.